autism and anxiety. So,
Castlevania.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because I didn't actually get to my point, I don't believe. But what I wanted to see out of a 3D Castlevania game was actually going through Castlevania. You, like, walk through in a wall, like, there's just a suit of armor, and it just attacks you out of nowhere. Like, it's a game, it should be as tense as hell. It, like, instead of the over-top, action-packed thriller. That happens when you beat the game and you're all super-powered.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just how I'd feel that would work. That's how all of them worked. And it did something about... I did see a bit of the second one, I'm like, okay, that one looks good. But the first one, no. I did not care for it. That was my major point. Kind of wanted to finish that last episode, but whatever.
Yeah.
Welcome to Outlast.
We're talking about guns and everything. It took like a 5-second break. You know, I needed to pee and I need to grab something to drink. But, okay, legally speaking, I can't say, like, what's wrong with the people or anything. But there's a kid in my group. Well, he's 2 years younger than me. Whatever, I don't care. Kid in my group,
you know who you are.
Basically, has a stalker. I guess that's a good way to put it. And, like, everyone's, you know, saying this, saying that, yada, 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 like, trying to give tips. And, like, all of it was backfiring. Like, none of it would work. So, like, even, like, police, like, nothing would work. And, we got a new counselor or social worker, whatever you want to call them, today. And she's not used to my humor to where, the old one was. So I looked at the guy and I was like, buy a gun. And, like, everyone laughed because they're used to my humor, but she, like, looked at me dead serious, and I looked at the girl to my left, and I was like, yeah, she's not used to my humor like Kelsey was.
And it's like, ooh, fresh recruit.
Yeah, and I looked at her, I was like, yeah, you're not used to my humor.
That humor is not appropriate for a place of recovery.
Yeah, because I've said crap like that, right, Kelsey? And she's like, at first it was, she was like, I hope you're joking. I was like, duh. Yeah, I was like, duh.
I do find that kind of funny, though, that, like, initially, like, we just used the whole autism anxiety as a gag thing. We never expected we'd get a bunch of new outpatient viewers. It's just kind of like, I'm glad things have finally come full circle.
Actually, there was something today that made me think about our channel. They're talking...
Sucks.
No, they were talking about, crap. Like, don't let, you know, what people say or do or whatever, like, define you. Like, you know, be like, oh, I'm Dylan and I have autism. You know, like, that is
I am autism and I have Dylan. A much worse life to live, let me tell you.
You know, like,
Dylan,
you know,
the worst case scenario.
Well, they were saying, like, let that brand you.
Right.
You know, make it like you're not human or whatever.
I like not being human. Humans suck.
Anyways.
Just kind of.
Damn it, Dylan, let me finish. I was thinking, I was like, that's kind of funny because, you know, our YouTube channel is, like, we're branding ourselves. But we're doing it in a funny, ironic, like, oh, a guy with autism. A guy with autism and a guy with anxiety are playing fucking video games.
And they're in an insane asylum at the moment, no less.
Yeah.
You know what'd be funny? Is if we pass through Franbo while doing this. Like, he's just hopping along, and then, like, a little girl with a cat comes, like, walking through, and he's just like, I gotta run from this thing. And she's like, oh, look at that mister. His legs hurt.
Oh, there's the text message. Fucking called it.
It just had to wait to say.
Oh, damn. Dude.
This is why you mute your phone.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I do. It's
really enough, we can't get copyrighted for this one.
You have a text.
Well, you've played Hyperdimension. You unlocked those.
Yeah.
Sure, you can get them. I can't get copyrighted for it.
Sure enough, we earned the right to use these. Hyperdimension is a fun game. Maybe we should play one of those on the stream, or on the channel, the stream channel, the channel stream. Words.
I might have to time when this episode comes out.
Have a plan, do you? Oh, I thought that was like static from the TV, and I was
Me
like, God damn it,
and a
I'll fix
girl who got really close in the outpatient thing.
one of your teachers was watching this. And
That
like,
is-
wait a minute,
that
that's
is-
it.
Yes, it's against the rules. That's the thing. We can't share our last names. We cannot share our phone numbers, etc., etc.
But you can bang in the office.
Well, tomorrow's her last day. So, it's no longer against the rules.
That's against the rules. Okay.
Really enough, she has like my sense of humor. Kind of.
I would imagine you would have to end up in an outpatient hospital.
And which I highly doubt she cares, but ironically, she went in for like the same reason I did. Just she went a little bit more.
Would she like to join the show? She sounds like she'd be a perfect fit.
Maybe she's not a gamer. I mean,
It don't matter.
I mean, yeah, but
Danny
yeah.
wasn't a gamer when he started the groom.
You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, no. I was like, I mean, I don't know.
I'm just
saying. But yeah, have you
guessed.
noticed like hospitals find my legs not fucked up now? It's like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, the hospital's still fucked.
oh no, you know, it's
Compared.
not like it's like
Yeah.
not disgusting.
I know this is supposed to be from the Resident Evil creator, but we realized that Silent Hill was a much better series. So,
I don't know. I think that's subjective.
oh no, completely, I agree. I personally prefer Silent Hill just for what they do with the stuff, but that's just me.
It's my mood.
That too.
It is the mood.
Like, I mean, I could play
like,
either one and enjoy the hell out of it for hours.
yes.
But like,
It is a what kind of like horror mood do I want?
it's really, do you want science gone wrong or do you want a cult? That's really what you gotta go for. And I know a lot of people are like, cult. whatever,
Or
but-
do you also want like a little bit? I know it's probably the wrong word, but I'm tired and dude just said detective. Or like, you know, detective work and reading books.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. Because, you know, that you read a lot in Resident Evil.
Go play Devil May Cry because he's technically a detective.
Well, like Resident Evil, you know, you find a lot of books and documents. You do.
I always forget.
You also do in Silent Hill.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, Resident Evil has that with a little bit of action.
Right.
Where Silent Hill is a lot more atmospheric.
Yeah, like
It's
Silent Hill, your whole point is to uncover what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, even in the notes, like, you'll read a note and it'll be like just gibberish nonsense, and you're like, the fuck was that about? But you'll never find out. You won't find out who wrote it, who it was supposed to, you know, who was supposed to read it, you know.
Because by law of Silent Hill, technically it was your own mind that wrote that note. That's just how that shit works.
You're like,
Yeah.
you never know where it came from. To Resident Evil, like, you'll see a note and it's like a doctor, and like, and then later on you find another note and it's from like a patient, and they're talking about that doctor.
And then you find both of their dead bodies on the aisle somewhere.
Yeah, or like you get my point.
They're all Zambos.
Yeah. So no, I think it's really just subjective.
Alright, now, if you had to pick either game between Resident Evil or Silent Hill, you could do both. This is just a curiosity question. If you could change how those games work, what would you do and why? Like, if you could turn Resident Evil into an open-world zombie survivalist game, that's just what came to mind. But, like, just giving you a general idea.
That's a very good question.
Because I was thinking about that the other day, and I haven't quite come up with a good answer for, like, both of them, but I do have a few ideas. But you go first.
I'll start with Silent Hill.
Alright.
The Silent Hills thing, which of course we never saw, like, if he actually ends up in Silent Hill or
Right.
what. But from what I could tell, you know, he was just in the house the entire time.
Yeah.
I don't want a Silent Hill where you're not in Silent Hill. That sounds stupid to me.
Yeah,
And I think that's one of the reasons why Silent Hill 4 got, like, a horrible backlash.
Yeah.
Was because, you know, you're in, even though he is in Silent Hill,
Yeah.
but it's like...
You weren't in the town. You were just, like, in his hell.
Yeah. Well,
Silent Hill was just in
I
the-
think the room, like, it was like a hotel.
Right.
His room was in the hotel that was in Silent Hill or
Right.
something weird like that.
Yeah, it was something strange.
But anyways, but
God,
like...
I hate that shit.
He never, like, explored the city, you know, except... Oh, yeah, that disgusts me. You know, stuff like that.
Was that Yuna from Final Fantasy X?
Yeah, I know.
Like-
Just that girl's
Okay, anyway.
way hotter. But,
True. But still, like, just right off the bat, like, anyway, go ahead.
like what PT was doing,
Uh-huh.
but with Silent Hill. I mean, imagine walking around Silent Hill, like the city, like how you do in 1, 2, and then, well, you don't do it in 3 until like halfway through the game.
All right.
Well, anyways, but imagine that like in first person.
Oh yeah.
Like how like you're just walking in. I
And
mean,
then
like,
just a nurse shows up
Well-
out of nowhere, and you're just like, it tries to crawl out of the ground and kill you.
well, like that's like the thing with 2 is like it's so foggy. Excuse me. You're walking and you can hear the noise, you hear the static from the radio, so you know there's a monster coming. But it's so foggy, you don't know like where's the monster. Then you start seeing the silhouette coming, and you're like, what the hell? And then you either fight it or run, whatever.
Fun
but
fact
imagine,
for those of you that don't know, Silent Hill 2's fog was actually an excuse to hide their limited field of vision.
Yeah.
That was something I thought was a great use of available.
Yeah, which was funny because it actually worked to their advantage.
Yeah.
That's why the HD remake, they actually removed a lot of the fog, which pissed off a lot of people because it did, ruin.
It killed a bit of the atmosphere.
Yeah, it
but
killed a bit of the atmosphere. Which, honestly, it doesn't bother me.
It didn't bother me when I played a bit of it either, so whatever.
But, what was I
Fun
gonna get?
facts.
Anyways, but first person, imagine walking down, I mean, it never changes. So,
Right.
you're walking down, near the hospital, and then you start hearing that noise in the radio. Well, it's not like a third-person view where you can just kind of, see, like a 360-degree almost angle everywhere around you. No, you're, looking left, looking right, you're turning around, you're like, where is this fucking monster at? So I think that would be cool. A
So
first
basically, you're
person-
saying turning Silent Hill into Fear, but actually scary.
Yes.
Because I hate Fear. It's it's a cool idea, but those games just suck.
Oh, you're talking about the shooting game,
Yeah.
Fear, whatever. The first one was
It's okay.
It aged badly.
Yeah. I actually kind of like the third one. I know a lot of people didn't, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, they were just trying to show off all the new stuff they could do and
Pretty
everything.
much. That was a test game. There was no
Yeah.
question in my mind.
But no, not really like Fear. More like a. Actually, as weird as this is to say, I'd be happy with no weapons at all. I mean, you having
it's
to
just
run.
it's just your wits.
Yeah, you having to run from certain monsters. You might have to do certain things for the nurse. They have the big thing of was it noise?
Yeah.
Their big thing is noise, so you have to say there's a creep option where you have to tiptoe.
And if you move too quick, they'll start coming after you, that kind of thing.
Yeah, then they say there's certain monsters to where if you stop moving, then they'll get more aggressive and faster.
There were a few like that in I think it was one actually, but I can't remember. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I played Silent Hill.
Kind of already did that, so whatever.
You've got to sign yourself in.
Yeah.
God. But
Oh yeah, go to the brain thing.
I don't know. Any thoughts on Resident Evil? Because they can't make up their damn mind either.
That one I'm actually because I love the action in 6,
Yeah.
but I hated the fact that it wasn't.
I actually meant to ask.
scary.
Can I borrow 6? I want to play it.
I don't have it anymore.
Oh. I thought you had it, but
I did.
no. Because I wanted to try that game because I never got around to it. I was like, everybody says if you don't think of it like the old
Yeah,
Resident Evil
if you
6
do,
is just great.
do not think of it as a Resident Evil title and just play it, and it's fun as an action shooter, which
Yeah.
is weird that you wanted to try that because you don't like shooters.
Yeah, but I still like Resident Evil enough to give it a shot. So
Well,
that and I want to play as what's her face from 4. I cannot think of a chick.
Ada?
Yeah. You apparently unlock her if you beat
Yeah,
everyone else.
if you beat everyone else.
And I was like Data because she was fun to play as in 4.
Oh yeah, she's in my opinion more fun to play as in 6, but better game or not better game? No, hell no, definitely not a better game.
Better game mechanically.
Yes,
yeah.
better game
No, I know
mechanically.
the feeling. That's jumping off a little bit, but that's one of the reasons I actually like 3 of Devil May Cry. We'll get. We'll worry about it later.
Yep. Cutscene over. Kind of afraid to hit pause. Okay, we're good. Next time.